Alright, we should be live again. Hello, it's Chris this time streaming. And let me just do some posts on the social media. Well, on LinkedIn. That's the only social media I post on. Give me a second. Okay, let me share with you the correct screen, this one, yeah. Okay, so what's the plan for today? I saw that, well, I done a quick review and I've noticed that Shimon actually picked up a lot of issues, or well, user stories. That's why I didn't really have much to choose from, but I thought that maybe we will do a really simple mechanism, and this should be pretty straightforward, I think, because I already did a bit of a research, but I want to do the SAGA file refresh, which essentially is a mechanism that will mean that we are refreshing the ledger. So we are refreshing our data, which defines how the transactions are being run. So yeah, I guess let's get into it. I could use a third monitor, but yep. Okay, let's quickly get the newest development branch and let's create a new one, which will be feature /38 file refresh. Coolio. So I will need to do some navigation around the project first, I guess, because it's been some time since I've done something here. So basically my idea is that we should create a mechanism that will be event based. So we will be emitting events when the file is changed, because when it comes to files, first we will do mechanism for the readers that are from the file and from the internet. When it comes to file, it's pretty easy because we have a mechanism or a class that is like monitoring a file system. So we have file system watcher, apparently, class that we are able to tell if something has changed or not. So that's pretty easy, and I guess that the logic is just to have an implementation of that, emit an event if something happens, and then we are just loading the ledger again the same way that it's being loaded when the orchestrator starts. So I imagine that will be the mechanism. It will be a bit trickier when it comes to internet, because I don't really have an idea. I guess that we will just have to from time to time download the file or check if it's current. So I guess maybe we will hash. We will do a hash, and then if the hash changes, we could, maybe that would be an option, to make a hash. Yeah, well, it should work to make a hash, and if the hash is the same, then we don't update. If the hash is different, then we are updating. Well, that could work. So okay, I guess we would start with the orchestrator, because I imagine that this should be somewhere in the host, that it's actually loading or okay, starting. Let's navigate the code a bit. Okay, so we are just loading multiple. That's which interface? Model source. That would make sense. And we could create something like okay. Okay, so let's check, because this will work. Let's check event handling and rising events. This. Okay, it's working on a delegate type. On the delegate type. Is it just like that, really? With reflection, that would be nice. A mechanism that is hated by Shimon. Event emitter, events in C#, tips and patterns. I did do that. This is actually done. I mean, events are actually done in the SAGA library, but it was so long ago. But maybe that will be interesting. Let's see how it's done there. Repos. CQRS. It will be. I do know how it's done, I think, but it will be not be the way that I want it to do. Yeah, handle that event. This is not the way that I had in mind. No, this is something different. This is just more of a composition of the code rather than the mechanism itself. So this is not what I want to use, or what we want to use. Okay. Let's see what people are doing. Delicate. Okay, but that's the reflection one. Okay. This is WinForms. Form? From which year? 11. Nice. Event handler. This will be WinForms. It's not really something that we want. Seems like it's delicate. Well, those are delegates, like a callback. Okay, that's pretty understandable. That's more or less the same as the docs. Event at runtime. That's IL. That's JavaScript. No, that's not. I'm just trying to figure this out in my head. How do we get this from the code perspective? So I imagine that we would need to have the delegate in the orchestrator factory when this is created, so it registers this event. I hope that I'm just thinking out loud. So we need to have a delegate here, so there is a possibility to run it. They're messaging me. And we will have the parser and this parser. We have the iModel source. Okay, let's check another article. Okay, so we should have an event here, I assume. Do we need any parameters? Ugh. Do we need any parameters? Do we want to pass some data? No, we just want to raise an event and then run the get model again, I imagine. We don't really want to do anything else than that, so Which one is that? JSON. Okay. Well, that's actually the one. Well, either way, this will also need to have it. So. Yep. And then in here, what we will want to do is that. From the beginning. Okay. Let's see this one again. Okay. But then how would this work then? File watcher. Let's first check how we would. Okay, watcher. It's pretty obvious. So I imagine that we want to monitor the source, and then on the constructor we'll do if monitor source, we would call okay, more or less this is just the draft, so pay attention. Okay, you didn't see what I have done, but pretty much what I have done is I've added okay, I'll remove this one for now. I've added in the configuration I added the monitor source because I imagine that we might want to have this as a parameter, and then if we are monitoring the source, we will run the monitor source changes. And now let me check how this guy will work. And in here we want to emit another event that is responsible for running a ledger update, more or less. Cool. What's that even returning unchanged? Appears when a file or directory in the specific path is changed. Okay. Sorry, I'm a bit sleepy. Yeah, not a day for me. Hard working day. Let's now start thinking. So okay, so from the event perspective then, I imagine, let's get into the code again, that we have the event and we are just doing model change invoke. Whoa. That could actually be in some kind of base class. Well, maybe not, because that's specific implementation for this one actually, so maybe not. Okay. So we have this guy. And now okay. That's obviously super straightforward. then builder from ledger models. We're taking all sources we don't know at this top level. Okay, because essentially what we are just supposed to do here is, for example, we would have some private void update ledger thingy, just like that, just a placeholder. Don't have your imagination going. And for each source we should also, like for each source in sources, we should source dot model changed update ledger. Update ledger. Whoa. Why not? Okay. So we pretty much have the whole thing now. I mean, in theory, we have all things, the whole thing set up. But then I wonder, I'm just now thinking about Szymon's abstractions here and how do we want to make an update, because I really want to make this simple. I mean, from the perspective of what I have done, I would honestly, if I would be able to, I would put here run SAGA log update, period, or some kind of interface to just run it, but I don't have that here, and I'm thinking about how to do this from the perspective of the source. The information is in the center, it's just an object. But we have an event arguments. Okay. I'm wondering a lot about the, well, this will have to be tested in the end, but now I'm wondering a lot about how like scope of like the life of this object, how will it look like. I mean of the factory itself. If I do register here an event, if it will die, we will lose the sources. I want the source. We can get that from the Do we have anything done around the SAGA log, or this is not even touched? No, nothing. I wonder if Shimon actually done already a definition of SAGA log as a project. If not, then I will probably at least do it now. For the core part, because I want to just create an interface that will update something. No, he didn't, so I can do that. And I will do it in the core. We want to make a class library. Yay. In the core. Wait, what? No. Core, here. Do we use .NET 7 or .NET 6? I will use 6. Number 6. Okay, got it. I need to check. Properties, .NET, which number of .NET 7, of course. Alright. Where is it? Okay. 7, it's fine. Maybe the orchestrator would be a better place to have it there, but okay, let me just do interface. Yes. Okay. And this is something that we would want to do, and I assume that well, this is not ideal in the perfect world, because I assume that what we need is we need to get we need the specific source to update the ledger, and now we have a definition that in a way we might have multiple sources for the transactions. We would need an information about which service is actually making a call. Maybe we are able to do that. Because in here it would be pointless, because that's orchestra. It's only responsible for this, for the pushing messages, etc. So I don't want to make any implementations of that there. But in here we have information about the sources inside the factory. Maybe later on I will move it, but I don't yet have an idea where it should be placed. But maybe I'll just create a separate class that will be registered as some kind of singleton, and then we will make it work like that. Would it make sense? I'll do some copy pasting around, don't mind me. But Probably later on I will move this to abstract class. On the refactors. In here that's interesting, because in here I imagine that we would need a service. To download the file from here, yes. Offline. And to check hashes. This is working in memory. That's the problem. Oh. Wow. Okay. Okay. So the way it works currently is in memory. And it doesn't really matter, but it will be hard to redo this later on to make it accommodated with the SAGA log, I think, with so many abstractions. Okay, I will need to analyze this further. But if this is in memory, then honestly, okay. So stupid because on this level I could call. I would need to go a level higher. Because it doesn't give me anything. No. Because everything is in memory. God damn that I didn't figure out this later. That everything is in memory. Because I cannot make an update now. Because this object is already given away somewhere. It's created here. And it's already being used somewhere. It's actually being used here. Okay.
Maybe
it should be on this level then. But then I don't really have access to the sources here. And everything will be on this level then. So I would need to get all the sources, register all the events here. This is annoying that this is in memory, everything is in memory, and then because I literally have no idea right now how to go through it, I would need to speak with Shimon. Because everything is being pumped from the memory and everything is being based on those objects and they are not singletons. If I change those objects, like I would need to create a whole new orchestrator object as far as I see it. I would need to, if something changes, I am supposed to redo the whole orchestrator object now. The way I see it. And that's pointless from my perspective. What I should do is I should only update the database. There is no database because we are in memory. Oh. Okay, I will do it. I will do different thing now because this will work. I knew that the watcher will work, right? The mechanism itself will work. I don't really want to do the first thing, so to do the period of time thing now, because I will have to think this over. But I will do the hash validation, so I will do the hash validation. I will do var data equals get model because why not format is this? Okay. It's actually not bad. I will hash the whole objects and compare it with the previous one. But then I would need the previous file. Okay. This can actually be done. Okay. Let's do a quick research how to hash objects. Really? Deterministic UUID. Yup.
Things
every developer should know.
Let's check it out.
Get hash code. Then my point is that it needs to be overridden. Maybe this is the way.
That's smart.
That's exactly what I was looking for.
What this guy is doing. He is
creating an SHA1 hash and giving the result.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. That's smart.
Let's keep it because I'm very curious about the
get hash code.
Exactly.
That's-
That's
the problem.
that's the problem. And this is actually.
Why is it done?
Why
like
is it done like that? I like. Literally,
Richie,
I don't understand. I don't understand why you're doing this like that. Simply use all the hash codes of the fields to create reasonably distributed hash code for the parent object. Pointless.
Or I don't understand
something in here, but like. Okay, maybe different. Easy. And to check some. Yeah. That's the file. And we don't have a file now. Oop. It wants string. Okay, that's pretty straightforward. Whoop. Pretty straightforward thing. Get. It's not. I want to serialize object. Serialize object to byte array. Okay. But the question is then, whoa, why don't you allow me to do that?
Binary
Binary formatter serialize is obsolete. Okay. Okay.
Binary
Binary formatter is obsolete. So, what I want to do is I want to set the version hash here. Version hash equals this.
You know that I'm.
Okay, I can do that from the stream actually. File stream. How do I get the string of that?
Okay.
Okay,
You can get the base.
you can get the base. That's fine. Space. What's wrong? current file hash convert to base for string if current file hash equals version hash
Okay.
Okay.
Uh,
I think we could have done this, not this.
okay.
Okay.
So this is what.
So this is what we will do for the internet, but I mean it's missing
one
thing I would say. Well, it's missing that it should be done in iteration. So I would say that like could be a background job or something like that. So I will try to figure it out, but the mechanism would stay like that. So we would create a hash of this source of this transaction from this source, and we would keep it somehow,
and
then we would just compare the hashes like that. Pretty straightforward thing. When it comes to monitoring the file that's in the file system, we would use the watcher. Then in the probably we will do that in the host, but currently with the current implementation that's in memory, and that's annoying. So I'm just kinda leaving it at this point because I will need to consult with Szymon, or I will need more time to figure it out, because at the current state the problem is that, well, I've got the sources in here, but that's not a singleton. I mean, this factory, and I'm not really sure what will happen when this event is being raised. So if I will even have the sources, I won't get the null references here. And what I really would want to do is, if the event is raised, then I am just calling update SAGA log from with the information about the transactions. And that's it. I don't really want to. I would need an update mechanism probably. So in terms of just showing you how this event-based updates could be done, then that's the solution from my perspective to do that. But in terms of how this would now work in a real-life scenario, well, it doesn't update anything. Because we cannot update the memory, because we are creating this object here, and it's scoped. I imagine that's not a singleton as far as I understand, and even if it is, then we don't really want to have everything in the memory. We should be reading from the database. So this is what we are missing, and on this event we should update the ledger with the model from the source. And this is what I will do either off stream after consulting Szymon, or we will do next. We'll see after we plan our work a bit more. So
let's wrap up.
Thank you guys for staying with me. Like and subscribe. Have a great evening, and see you on another stream. Bye bye.